This was ours. We ruled this land. We owned the night. But man rose up against us. We were overthrown. For centuries, hidden away in darkness. Tortured by thirst. Choking down dust. Starving. Until now, our hunt begins again.
What's going on, guys? It is Mike with Iceberg Gaming. Today we are borrowing a page from the Plague Book of the late great Total Biscuit and asking and answering the question, Wtf Is V Rising? Man, I missed that guy. He was so good. One day I hope to be half as good at this as he was. So, what is V Rising? It is a survival game where you play as a vampire. And I'm drawing a lot of similarities to Valheim, one of my favorite games of the year last year. Probably my favorite game of the year. So I personally call it Vampheim. Or maybe Valpire? Let me know in the comment section which you prefer. Vampheim or Valpire? The basic formula of V Rising is very similar to other survival games. You're going to be picking up materials, and then you're going to be using those materials to make weapons and armor and equipment. And then you're going to be using that equipment to get better materials and make better armor and equipment, etc., etc. So it is your basic survival game in that way. You also are looting containers and completing quests along the way. And when you complete a quest, you get access to new stuff. One key difference is that the day and night cycle in this game is potentially deadly to you. As a vampire, you are quote-unquote allergic to the sun, so you have to stay in the shadows during the day. Otherwise, you can burn to death. Just an aside, the footage you are seeing now is footage from my live stream of the game. If you're not following me on Twitch, I would highly suggest and recommend that you do so. I would really appreciate it, and I hope you will enjoy the content. But that is where a lot of this footage for this video is coming from. Just a side note. Another key difference between this and something like Valheim is that instead of crafting and eating food, you are using your vampire abilities to drain blood from enemies, and that is how you can heal yourself and how you can increase your you can level up on your buffs and stuff like that. There is actually not levels in this game. You level up by making better gear. And eventually you are going to want to fight the bosses in the game. They are unique enemies, and their blood is special. Draining their blood will give you special abilities. As you can see here, I'm running for one because I'm just too weak to take it on right now. Drinking different types of blood gives you different buffs. There's several different types of blood in the game. I'm not going to go into each of them and their differences in this video, as this is just a first impression video. If you guys want some guides on this game, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to do that for you. A little ways into the game, the game is going to direct you to start building your castle, and you will do so through the build menu. Now, building is an extremely important part of any survival game, and a lot of the survival games I've been trying lately, other than Valheim, have not gotten it right. But I gotta say, the building for V Rising feels really good. I'm really happy with it so far. It is very intuitive, very easy to place. You can rotate your buildings and everything. You can even move them after you've placed them, which is a very nice touch. And as you can see here, I'm claiming territory. You have to claim territory in order to be able to move it. I'm just land grabbing right now, as much land as I have resources for. You can only grab so many stones per level of, or squares per level of your castle. So you're going to want to make sure you're leveling up your castle and land grabbing as much as possible, because you will need the space later. All in all, I'd say I'm very happy with V Rising so far. I think the combat feels good. The blood draining is interesting. The building feels great. Oh, my base is under attack by a bear. All in all, I'm very happy with V Rising so far. I think the combat feels good, the building is excellent, the blood mechanics are interesting and something new, so I'm definitely enjoying my time with it so far. I think you will as well. The game just went into early access yesterday, the 17th, and it is currently on sale for, well, it's not on sale, but it is $19 on $19.99 on Steam as a very positive review rating. Yesterday it had mixed reviews, and I think a lot of those reviews were because of bugs and server issues, but I really have not run into any of that personally. The one issue that I have so far is there's no sprint. We do have our little dash ability, and we can, after we've killed the first boss, we can become a wolf to speed up our running a little bit, but I would like to see a sprint. You can also steal and ride horses for a little faster movement, but the horse riding did not feel all that great to me in the little time I played around with it. The controls didn't feel great, so that might be something they need to work on. Otherwise, maybe I'm the one that needs to work on it. Maybe I need to do a better job with it. But there are horses you can ride, and you have to take care of them or they die, which is a nice touch as far as realism goes, but I don't know. I don't know if they need to work on it or if I do, but the horse riding did not feel great to me. And if I'm going to nitpick, the other thing that I'm having a little problem with is the camera. I would like to see it have a little more flexibility in terms of angles that you can go to. Like, this is the entire range of up and down that you can move the camera. And the camera is a little hard to work with in combat for me. I think I probably just need to get used to it. But I'm struggling with that a little bit, but I think that's on me. That's not the fault of the game. But I would like to see a little more range of how much you can move the camera around, how much you can zoom out would be nice. But other than that, I'm really enjoying my time with the game. I'm not sure yet if the game is going to make its way into my quote-unquote rotation of games I'm going to be playing, but I definitely enjoyed my time with it on stream yesterday. So big thank you to everyone that joined me, and you can see the video on demand replays of that on my second channel, my Iceberg Gaming VOD channel. So check that out if you're interested, and we will see you next time. This game gets a buy from me if you are interested in survival games or vampires.